Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal British channel here at YouTube, and welcome to another album review. Today's album review is, of course, is for another Doomsday's Today Records release. It's, of course, is for the... it seems to be the only album these guys ever released. This, of course, is Injurious Physical Violence with Extermination Camp, which... was originally released in 2010 through, of course, Paul's original label before Doomsday's Today Records, Stockpicker Records. But of course, here is the reissue from by Doomsday's Today Records, which was released through Doomsday's Today Records on March 13th. Now. Again, I've tried to look up as much information about this band as possible, but it seems like there really isn't very much information on these guys. I mean, looking even through on the Bandcamp page for the for Doomsday's Today Records for this release here, there's not much information other than just the lineup here, which is just three guys. Probably should definitely open up the cassette here, which there's the cassette. And here, of course, would be the photo of the band. And that's about it. That's all that pretty much you get from here as far as trying to look up information on when they were formed and so on, and whether or not if they released any more albums after this. It seems like this is the only thing they released. As far as the genre, or the stuff that they play, it's pretty much power violence, or at least what is considered power violence, which is pretty much. It definitely has some grindcore influences. It definitely has a little bit of that, but it definitely is more what you expect from power violence. Again, if you're not very familiar, it's pretty much straight up, real almost. It's pretty much hardcore punk, but really more amped up, and basically with a lot more screaming, shouting vocals. That's basically the best way to describe, and that's definitely something that you get with this album right here. Also, I should definitely even point out that this album basically has 13 songs, and the length is pretty much 9 minutes and 52 seconds. It's not a long fucking album. And of course, another thing that you expect with this, again, the songs don't even break the 2-minute mark. The longest song on here is actually titled More Power Violence to You, which of course is track number 5. And it basically clocks in 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's the longest song on this album. No, excuse me. It's actually VPD. Which that one's 1 minute and 49 seconds, so I just recorrected myself here in this review. No problem there. So, again, this is just just from the very first song here, which is pretty much titled Permeation of Noise, and just from that from that track all the way to the very last song, Forget to Breathe, this is just a fucking insane album. Everything of this, it's like there is no room to breathe. You're literally, the very last song on here, again, titled Forget to Breathe, it just summons up here. There's nothing else left for you to breathe. By the time the album is done, that's when you probably are given a chance to actually breathe. And the thing is that because of how long this album is, it's basically been spread to at least two sides. Two sides pretty much has the same the same exact songs on for each side because of it's basically 9 minutes and 52 seconds. So it's that's because of since the cassette format has each side, it's not as limited as with vinyl releases. It really it's just has a much more longer length, but this album is not that fucking long. It's definitely just a crazy damn album. And again, if you're a fan of just straight up power violence or stuff like that, I think you'll definitely dig a lot of this album. Definitely, this is just a very much a great album from beginning to the end. That's pretty much all I can sum it up for at least this album right here. So with that, again, if you are definitely into this kind of stuff, if you are definitely have a palate for this style of music, again, I'll leave you a link to the Doomsday's Today Records Bandcamp page, which will be linked to this album right here, which again, you can listen, sample it, and then if you dig what you like, again, you can buy the cassette on there. It's only about $5 and so on. So with that, again, I'm not adding in any rating for this. If you were wondering if when I was going to bring in the rating, no, there's not a rating for this. I don't feel like I really have to rate this. And no disrespect again. This is definitely something. If you want something that, if you're definitely feeling angry, feeling real pissed off, feel like you want to actually break something within your house, just throw this one on. This would just cure all of that anger, and you'll be just lifted. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed it. That's every Thrashhead Sam out. I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.